Welcome to Palm Springs Stadium for Week 2 of the PSEL. I'm Ethan Oliveras, joined by Vince Hesprick. And Vince, here today, we're in Week 2 of this league, and today's matchup is going to be the Blue Sox taking on the North Stars. Blue Sox, the home team today. Blue Sox coming in with a 2-2 overall record, while the North Stars are sitting at 2-3.
Right now for the Blue Sox here, Ethan, they're coming in well rested because yesterday they were off. The day before they won 14-4. This is a team, their pitchers should be ready to roll here as they get set to get going in just a few minutes.
That's always such a good thing. You know, you have a big win, and then you come in and have an off day. You get to celebrate that win.
You seem extra excited about off days here. You had one yesterday, right?
I did. That was a good one. Same thing. I'm well rested up. I'm ready to go now here too. North Stars, in their game 1 of the season, they really jumped off to a hot start. Big win, double digits, and it was a back and forth. That game was. They won 14-12, and since then, trying to find rhythm again is this North Star team. They are now, like I mentioned, 3-2 overall.
You talk about trying to find a way to win those close games. They won 6-5 over the Bootleggers yesterday, and just the makeup of this team, they have a 9.53 ERA. That's the second lowest in the PSEL.
And looking to continue that, as we know the North Stars can go ahead and swing the bat. And we got both teams rocking the blue tops, white bottom, so maybe a little confused today, but Blue Sox are the home team, and North Stars will be leading off. And for the North Stars is going to be Gio Liberti, the right fielder. This one grounded to third base side. Gobbled up. Throwing a first, 4 out number 1. Nice start there.
Yeah, slick play over at third. We know that the defense is always a key factor when it comes to this ballpark. A lot of balls in play. So when you got your hot corner making a nice routine play to start it out, that's a good sign.
We'll bring up the designated hitter for the North Stars, Ryder Lambros. Number 17. That one's in there for strike 1. That one almost got a piece of Lambros there. It's Cole Maeda on the mound for the Blue Sox. This one shot out to the right fielder, camped underneath it for out number 2.
And, Ethan, I'm always impressed when guys in the field can make catches. You know I'm new to this area. Whenever I look up at the sun, I feel like I'm about to have my eyeballs burnt out. So the way that these young men are battling with it every single day is admirable stuff.
Yeah, right now, sun kind of sitting in behind them, but there is another game after this going to start after 30 minutes after this one concludes. That's when it really starts kicking because that sun shifts over and it's more facing those outfielders' eyes every time you look up.
Well, I told you the story. I mean, I'm from Madison, Wisconsin. I was taking a walk the day before I got over here, and I was like, oh, my gosh, it is so hot out. And I checked my phone, and it was 81 degrees in Wisconsin. And then just to toy with myself, I decided to check the weather in Palm Springs. It was 110. So that's why I was kind of like, all right, we're going to see what I'm made of here. And so far, it's the heat has been as advertised. But, again, I'm not even on the field.
1-1 now to Rodriguez. That one's lined out to center field for a single. That's the first hit of the ball game for the North Stars. And Rodriguez for the North Stars has been sitting at that 3 spot or the cleanup spot, and he's been absolutely producing for this lineup. He's been locked in, and you got to give him credit, too. He's a catcher for the North Stars, and he's behind the plate always, making great defensive plays. We've seen him gun down some runners as well.
In this league, we know that steals come early in offense. That's an especially valuable skill to have.
Be the cleanup hitter, Jackson Logsdon, starting third baseman today. And there will take off the runner. Nice toss there. Did he get him on the arm? Yes, he did. That's a great throw there from Sasaki for out number 3.
And that was an absolute seed. Had him by a full step. Brezer talked about how that catcher running the bases could uncork a few seeds of his own. He gets gunned down by the catcher on the other side.
We'll be right back after this break. And we're back here at Palm Springs Stadium for the bottom half of the first inning, where that top half of the first inning, it was an absolute dart there from the Blue Sox catcher Sasaki to gun down Pieri, the pinch runner that came in for the catcher Rodriguez. Leading off for the Blue Sox going to be Aliko Balberti, starting shortstop. On the mound for the North Stars is going to be number 12, Ashton Blair. That one lined out to left field, and it's going to fall for a base hit. Balberti will go to second, and that's a leadoff double. Good start here for the Blue Sox.
And this is the kind of hitting that the Blue Sox have shown throughout the entire PSCL season. They're hitting .427 on the year. They're the only team hitting above .370 as well. So they're really just kind of pacing the rest of this league with their offensive prowess. And here they are again, getting it done.
Michael Sulcer now up for the Blue Sox. Trying to strike a run early. See a big hole on that right side. Sulcer's job, move the runner over. Try to hit that one the other way.
And with these offensive stats, sometimes when you see a high batting average, that can come at the cost of your on-base percentage, and you're maybe more trying to generate contact, but they draw a ton of walks as well.
That one fouled off, quickly behind 0-2.
Good for .520 on-base percentage, 19 walks on the season.
If you're Salter now, just trying to put a ball in play and hopefully still shooting for that right side. Might be easier now with 2 strikes. See the ball late. As he definitely saw the ball late there, as that one shoots into the North Stars dugout.
Yeah, you were on it there, Ethan. The thing about the Blue Sox, they strike out the least of any team in the PSCL, just 19 times. Comfortable with staying alive, engaging in some small ball.
That one in there for strike 3. Good breaking ball there from Blair.
And Blair just had him frozen there. Excellent pitch after getting ahead in the count.
now bring up Samuel Arredondo from Los Angeles Harbor College. Trying to pick up Salzer here. Try not to leave the runner Valverde stranded. You mentioned they strike out the least, and that's a key to success in the game of baseball. Put the ball in play. You can make things happen. A lot of times you rather make defenses field, and for the pitcher too, trying to limit those walks because you can't defend walks no matter how good your defense is.
And I think we've seen baseball. There was a period where we really saw the way they've embraced the 3 true outcomes players who just walk homer and strike out quite a bit, just thinking that a strikeout's not that dangerous for an offense. But when you're at this level in particular, it's so important to get those balls in. And just whenever it's in, especially you've got a lot of guys on base with this stadium, especially important to get that done.
2-1 count now on Arredondo. That one, he hits it to the opposite way, but it's going to be right at Liberty in right field. There will be no tag from Valverde. So you have Liberty for the North Stars in right field, and Valverde, the runner at second for the Blue Sox.
Well, for Liberty there on defense, great job timing that one up, running into it, give himself a little bit of momentum, and of course, no runner trying to test that throw, particularly with 2 outs.
So after the leadoff double from Valverde, Salzer strikes out looking. Arredondo flies out to right field, so Valverde cannot advance, and he's still at second base, but now brings up Isaac Imamura. Looking at a base hit towards the outfield to score Valverde. Big hack there. Umpire rules foul ball, so Valverde will retreat back to second base. Be 0-1. That one inside for ball one. Oftentimes, too, in this league so far, we've seen teams jump out to hot starts early, so it'd be a rare occasion for both teams to put up zeros in the first, as that one will reach the seats.
Love to see your catcher running that one down either way. He probably knew as soon as he saw the direction of that one that he wasn't going to have a chance at it. But over the course of a season, just getting that habit going of hustling it out, sometimes that can get you even just one more extra out. But that one more extra out, that could be the difference in a game.
That'll be 1-2 on Imamura. That one lined out to left field. That one going to hit the gap, so Valverde will come in to score. Imamura dig it for 2, and he'll have a 2-out RBI double.
Blue Sox offense staying hot as we've seen all year. Extra base hit to lead it off, then with 2 outs, another one. It's a 1-0 game.
It's a great piece of hitting there from Imamura. Falling behind in the count, then gets a fastball inside on the hands, and he fights through it to send out to the gap. There's that big gap out there in left field. The center fielder, Cash Sutton, for the North Stars, kind of shifted over towards the right side. And the left fielder, Thompson, playing more towards the line than the gap.
That's interesting he shaded that way because you've got a righty hitting right here. So a pull hitter, you think that more often than not that goes into left field.
Bring up Damian Quintana. So Imamura and Valverde trade places, so now another shot for the Blue Sox to pick up another run. Is that one out of play? Imamura actually had one game played with the Palm Springs Power, who play here at Palm Springs Stadium for the CPCL League. Imamura in that game had 3 at-bats, no hits, but he did have a run scored and worked a walk. So we'll see some guys in this league that also play with the Palm Springs Power, all throughout different teams in the PSCO.
That's got to be a summer dream, right? Playing for multiple teams, load up your schedule with as much baseball as possible.
And there's strike 3 on the outside corner. Quintana goes down looking for out number 3.
It's a pretty clean inning for the most part, but the Blue Sox, 2 outs, get one across with an extra base hit.
We're here for the top half of the second inning, where the Blue Sox lead by a score of 1-0 over the North Stars. After Isaac Imamura's 2-out RBI double. Leading off for the North Stars is going to be Jackson Logsdon, who was the last hitter up to the plate in last inning, but Pieri got caught stealing, so Logsdon will now lead off top of the second. That one just missed the outside corner. Maeda going for that backdoor breaker. Doesn't catch the plate. Logsdon got out in front of that one. One skied high for out number 1.
It's probably a trickier catch than it looks. Right fielder in the middle of the shade underneath the cell towers. I bet that juxtaposition might have been in the back of his mind a little bit as he shifted into the sun there.
Now bringing the play center fielder number 4, Cash Sutton.
And Sutton's just been a ball-and-play machine this year, hitting .375, .414 on base percentage.
Another one, Maeda trying to go inside. Can't get the call, 2-0. And for the North Stars, this is their 3rd game in a row. They played on Saturday, Sunday, and now here on Monday. Is that one ripped down line? Sutton way out in front of that one. But North Stars are 2-0 coming in to this game and based off the last 3 days. So looking to make it 3 straight wins.
And they're a team that's mostly led by their pitching.
Grounded towards the left side. On the first high throw, so it's going to get over the head of Cesario Scott. And digging for 2 is Sutton. And he'll be in there safely. Seems that was Cost over there, the first baseman for the Blue Sox.
And that was a tricky defensive play there. It was close. I thought just for a second the first baseman would be able to get down and apply the tag. But instead, just a little bit over his head and a good recovery to get that throw into second.
Well, that's what this league's all about. As you mentioned earlier, stealing bases, people going after early. Aggressive base running is what we've seen in the PSCL. And it often comes home to bite back against other teams when they steal bags like that. And Payne line drives a single out to left. Sutton will have the stop sign on, so it'll be first and third now with one down.
We mentioned the North Stars, led by their pitching, but on offense, they haven't been too shabby either, hitting .300 as a team.
Oh, misses high on Jason Martinez, second baseman for the North Stars. Well, I mentioned North Stars came out to a hot start to this league, putting across 14 runs against the Grizzly. And then the next day, they had another game, and they played the Lumberjacks, and they only put up 1 run on 1 hit. So, maybe thought game one, okay, North Stars be high-powered offense, tough team to beat, and then in day two, that just absolutely changes. There's a back pick over there checking on Peyton.
Maybe the funniest thing about that is you can't say they were, maybe not rest enough because we've seen them. Now they're playing their third game in 3 days, and they seem to be handling it pretty well. Just can chalk that up to that's baseball.
It's a new day every day, no matter if you're playing that same team and you just beat them by I don't care how many runs. Any baseball team can get beaten at any point.
This is a fun spot for Martinez in particular. He's had 6 plate appearances so far in the season, still looking for that first hit. Chance to get an RBI right here.
And Payne will take off for second. Sasaki won't throw down, so that'll be a stolen base. I mentioned the stolen base, how it can set up for more runs for a team. And now here, just a base hit towards the outfield, scores a pair. Off the end of the bat towards the right side. And it's going to sneak through and get to the outfield. Sutton will score. Payne will have to hold up at third. It's an RBI single there for Martinez.
Hey, good for Martinez. First hit in the PSCL. Sure will be plenty more to come, but that's got to be a great feeling for him.
Ties the game back up 1-1 here in the top of the second as it's a nice job to get one back. That run will go unearned to Maeda. And Thompson lines this one over the third baseman's head. Payne will score. Martinez now will go to third, and so Thompson will also go to second. Now North Stars in shop to score more.
Just placed that one perfectly, just tucking it over the head of the third baseman and down the line.
North Stars now lead 2-1 over the Blue Sox after the Blue Sox jumped ahead to get the lead early in the last half of the inning. Or last half of the first inning, I should say. Bring up Cesario Scott, the first baseman, the tall, lengthy first baseman. That also has some power. We've seen him live gap to gap. That would be nice for him and his team right here to keep extended that lead. Nice pitch there from Maeda.
You can just see how much taller Scott is than everybody else here on the field. You kind of wonder if that's hurt him over the years. We know how in MLB, Aaron Judge has the worst luck on those low strikes because it's just an unnatural strike zone to have when you're that tall. So a good test for everybody, pitcher, batter, and umpire.
That one fouled off. Good job by Cesario Scott to spoil the 0-2. And Maeda been attacking in this at-bat. The inside part of the play on Cesario Scott. Mentioned that height, the length. You don't want anything out over the plate or even on the outside because he's got some reach to just poke that ball the other way. So trying to tie up his hands a little bit here. This one towards the right side. And through the glove. It will get to the outfield. One run will score. And the second will come in standing. North Stars now lead 4-1.
And this is where those stolen bases add up. We saw the extra aggression taking the extra base on the hits earlier, and that leaves you with 2 runners in score position. So that slow roller that pokes its way through, all of a sudden it rolls slow enough, takes an extra beat for the right fielder to get there, and 2 runs able to score.
Be the number 10 hitter for the North Stars, Ryko Hamilton. And yes, here in the PSEL, you're allowed 10 hitters. And we also play 7 innings here, or a 2-hour 15 time limit. Quickly down 0-2 is Hamilton. We saw Cesario Scott get down 0-2, but then looked like Maeda tried to go back inside with the fastball, and that one caught too much of the play. Cesario Scott lined it, pulled it. That's strike 3 right at the knees. Good breaking ball pitch there from Maeda.
And that's been Maeda's go-to pitch with 2 strikes. That low breaking ball, that's gotten him a pair of strikeouts already.
Well, now lineup will flip to the top for the North Stars. Bring up Giovanni Liberti. He grounded out on 1 pitch in his first at-bat.
And that ground out's not going to change what has been an incredible statistical output so far in the season. Hitting .500 going into this game, also some walks.
I hit a head again now. Oh, one thing Maeda has been doing well is getting out ahead. Hasn't had any walks yet so far, but seen some contact on him from the North Stars. That one misses the outside corner. Sasaki thought that was strike 3, started running back to the dugout. This will be lined through the 5-6 hole for another base hit. That's the 5th hit of the inning now for the North Stars.
And Giovanni Liberti stays hot. Right as he dips below that .500 average, right back up.
So I mentioned that's the 5th hit. 4 of those hits only being singles, though. But they have put up a 4 spot. This one on to shortstop. It'll take the easy out at second for out number 3. But before that, North Stars put up a crooked number in the top half of the second. We'll be right back after this break. Bottom half of the second here at Palm Springs Stadium, where the North Stars lead the Blue Sox 4-1. North Stars already 6 hits on 4 runs.
And I think that was just a tough break as well for Maeda on the North Stars. A lot of balls in play that just so happened to find those gaps in the infield. We saw one floated just over the head of the third baseman. It's a game of getting the ball in play. You got yourself a chance, and those chances came to fruition more often than not.
This first pitch from Cost to the second baseman, Martinez, for out number 1. That's what you love to see from a pitcher. Once your offense gives you a good cushion of a lead, you want to go out there quickly as possible, shut it down, and get the offense back up there and keep all momentum rolling your way.
Well, it's kind of how an opposing offense views it going into an inning where, all right, they got some, now let's do some right here. But when you get that first out, it kind of removes, I don't want to say delusion, but you get that confidence built up. And it's like, oh, wait, this guy still held us to just 1 run in the first. Another guy still keep going at him.
Brings up Justice Johnson.
That's a cool name.
Double J's. That's another fly ball. This one to shallow center, running on. A nice sliding play there from the center fielder, Sutton.
And sometimes we see guys where you get a poor jump at one that winds up making a catch that would have been routine. That was the opposite. Great jump right out the bat, bolting in just enough space to get out number 2.
Brings up the catcher, Sasaki. Oh, it just misses low.
And we already saw Sasaki on defense gun down a runner in the first.
See if we get it done now on the offensive end. I mentioned Rodriguez for the North Stars, also a catcher who's been fantastic on both sides, offense and defense. It's always one of the toughest things to do as a catcher, and even like at any level, sometimes you always see more production from either the plate or in the field.
Yep.
It's hard for catchers to really balance that out.
Well, it's just such a taxing experience as well. Wow, don't see that too often. A 3-0 bunt. Infield is playing way back.
Well, 3-1 now. Sasaki looking to do some damage. Ooh, called strike there. Sasaki didn't think so as he threw that bat all the way to the on-deck circle and out to retrieve it.
Yeah, that was awful close. Just got enough of that outside part of the plate. We got a full count.
Well, if you're Sasaki here, you saw how close that one was. You got to protect anything close now. And he will. He just fights that one off, pokes it. As a hitter now, when you get that one like that where you thought it was off the plate, pitcher gets the call. Now the mindset is literally, I'm swinging at anything particularly close because I don't want to go out looking. That's why I feel like one of the most humiliating outs in the game is backwards K. Good fight again from Sasaki.
Yeah, it's just impossible to readjust your perspective when there's one that you think that's a ball and it winds up being a strike. You kind of just in your head like, all right, strike zone a little bit wider, and then you keep swinging away. He's still battling back. Don't be surprised you see one out of the zone here, though.
See if Blair maybe trying to get a chase. It's back-to-back fastballs now. That's actually 3 in a row. He'll go back with the heater, but that one misses way upstairs. So Sasaki, great job there to work a 2-out walk.
When you're fouling off that many pitches after you thought you saw strike 4, but you wind up still in the box, that's just a nice amount of discipline there to recognize that even though you're in swing mode, that ball is upstairs. He gets to first base.
Bring up Julius Guanillo, the right fielder. That one went over the head of Guanillo, it looked like. Goes all the way to the backstop, so Sasaki will move extra 90 feet.
Guanillo on the season. 8 plate appearances, 2 hits. Also a walk. Good for a .333 average. 500 on base percentage.
It'll be a nice job here if Guanillo can bring in Sasaki. As you mentioned, on the team, once you get down, you're thinking, okay, let's go get some ourselves. And just one is that, you'll take anything you could get.
And the exciting thing for Guanillo in particular, one of those hits he has, 4-bagger, hit a home run earlier this year.
Looks like runner will take off, but that will hit Guanillo. So we've seen a walk and now a hit by pitch from Blair here, all with 2 outs.
And after getting the first 2 as well, you talk about how important it is this inning to provide a shutdown effort after your offense gets you 4. This is a big-time at-bat here.
We'll bring up Grayson Hausbrook. Two-out rallies, 2-out base hits, one of the most important stats that aren't really stats in the scorebook. Something you can't look at is 2-out hits, but that's something that's so clutch of a team, and usually that's what separates good teams and great teams is what they can do with 2 outs.
Now, we know that RBIs right now are one of the more undervalued stats just because you consider how situational they are, but when you're consistently getting it done with 2 outs, those are all earned.
1-1 now, Hausbrook.
Hausbrook 1 for 6 on the young season.
Again, there's a big hole on that right side if he could go away with it. But Blair's attacking these hitters inside with that fastball. Try not to even let him get a swing off. Or if they do get the swing off, it's going to be not loud contact. One, 2 now. Breaking ball. Hausbrook does go the other way with it, but that one went foul.
We saw something almost identical last inning, but to the other side of the field with a bloop shot going over the head at third. Almost went the other way. And that would have had a slim chance at scoring 2. Definitely would have gotten 1.
I know here at Palm Springs Stadium, down the lines, that ball can roll a long way over there. This one is a fastball to the shortstop, Payan. He'll have to go the long way. Cesario Scott, good stretch over there to gun down Hausbrook. Score remains 4-1. Welcome back to the top half of the third inning. Leading off for the North Stars is going to be number 3, Gavin Rodriguez. Rodriguez, 1 for 1. He had a single with 2 outs in the first inning. Then he got pinch ran for by Pieri, who got gunned down by the catcher Sasaki.
And Rodriguez has been nothing short of one of the most fun players to watch in the PSCL. He had the 556 average coming in. I mean, that 1.4 OPS, just a great statistical profile to have as we get into week number 2 here at the PSCL.
So that one off the inside of the hands on the shortstop. Have to be quick with it is Valverde, and a good stretch over there by first baseman Cost.
Oh, what a play by Cost. And a lot of times you see a shortstop make a tumble on a throw. Sometimes you just expect that throw to be way off, but it still got there just in the lane for Koff to keep a foot on the bag and stretch all the way out. That guy must be a menace at yoga.
Brings up Jackson Logsdon. This one line down the right field line. Way foul out of play.
I have a pitch for you, Ethan. We were talking about during the break how we saw the UFC event happen at the White House. And I just love when sporting events take place in kind of unique situations. As we have a swing and a miss, we have the Field of Dreams game, right? That's always a must-watch for baseball fans. But in college basketball, that's when we start to see the really weird setups right at the start of the season. So I have an idea for a baseball game to take place on an aircraft carrier. Would that work?
Oh,
You stretch it out like the...
You definitely enough space. I don't think the space would be the problem. But, I mean, will it ever happen? Probably not. But not a bad idea. This one's towards the dugout and will land foul.
Well, Stephen Buxton is chiming in here. What'd you say? Yes or no?
UFC fights on an aircraft carrier.
Yeah, you could have. I think what makes UFC conducive is that's kind of a small arena. But I also think when you got a baseball game at a different spot, it kind of adds to it even more because it's like you had to do so much gymnastics to make it happen.
Well, we saw baseball on the race car track, the Speedway Series between the Braves and the Reds. So we've seen that, and that scene was something else. Those seats weren't close for fans. That was a far view no matter really where you were at. It was an awkward setup they had there.
I mean, they sold out really fast, I remember. But, yeah, and that game got canceled, too, due to rain, right?
Yeah. There's always different things you got to put in, where you're at. And we saw yesterday, you were talking about the White House. It was an hour delay start, too, because of weather. That's ball 4 there to Logsdon.
Okay, but here's what makes the aircraft carrier in particular so exciting, Ethan, is that let's just say there is bad weather. You can just get up and move the boat. You can make your own good weather.
I guess you're right, but
so what? You want? I'd go in $5 to make this happen. I mean, how expensive can it be to buy an aircraft carrier? Maybe like 20.
I'll get you.
Yeah.
brings up Cash Sutton now. This one lined out to the center fielder Johnson. For out number 2.
Oh, great swing, poor placement. That's anything but right at Johnson. That could have been a run.
Yeah, those are always the hits as a hitter. You feel like, bad at bat, you know, but it really was good piece of wood on that one. Those are the ones where you really got to tell yourself mentally, stay locked in. You had a good swing, good approach, right back up the middle, biggest part of the yard. So got to take that as a quality at bat and right back to it. As that one's hit down foul. Seen a lot of foul balls here throughout in week 2. We saw a lot. We had one actually finally come into the booth yesterday, which I wasn't here for, and I've been calling for it for the past 2 weeks that I want a ball up here.
Well, it wasn't. I think it's kind of a loaded question because wasn't it the PA booth on the far right side?
I believe I was not here, but I believe yes. It didn't actually come to us.
$13 billion.
So it's grounded to Valverde, and Valverde, errant throw there, but great job by Cost to come off the bag and tag the runner Payan.
And Cost, we already saw him stretch out to make one out. Now stretching out the other way Great defense from the first baseman.
We're here back at Palm Springs Stadium for the top half of the third inning. Ethan Oliveira is joined by Vince Hesprick. Will be top of the lineup for the Blue Sox. Aliko Balberti, who had 2 putouts in the bottom half of the second.
Great to see Ashton Blair still getting some experience on the mound. Came in, pitched 1 2/3 inning in his lone start here in the PSCL. Good to see him get some extra length.
And in the PSCL, this one line towards the third baseman. Bobbles it, but sticks with it. That's a great job there from Logsdon.
You got to think that last play in the last inning where the ball just got over Logsdon's head, maybe in his mind a little bit, but got his pitcher back with a great throw to first, great recovery.
Brings up Michael Salser. Well, in the PSCL, you need to go 4 innings to qualify for a win as a starter. Because like I mentioned, this is a 7-inning ball game.
Yep. We have an update also on a previous conversation we had. We're talking about our business idea.
Quickly out number 2 there.
Yeah, of hosting baseball games on aircraft carrier. We were making bets on how much money it would cost. I said $20, and I was pretty close. It was $14 billion.
We'll see where, if baseball tries another location. That last, I guess, unique location was the Speedway.
We know where the best location of all is.
Where would that be?
Right here.
Palm Springs Stadium?
Yeah.
So it's ground that one off the leg of Arredondo.
Ouch. Now, hopefully that caught just the end of its shoe. Rare to see a deflection take a roll like that into the infield.
We always see hitters wearing that leg guard. Never seems to protect at all. The ball just misses, finds a way to hit the bone.
I remember working hockey. That's what all the goaltenders would tell me.
That one lined out again towards right field. It's going to be a long run over there. Won't be able to track it down.
If you are 99.9% covered in pads, it's the law and the rule that .1 is going to get you at some point.
Speaking of hockey, Hurricanes won the Stanley Cup final last night over the Las Vegas Knights.
This is such a fun time of year just across the entire world of sports. Just saw the NBA season wrap up, NHL as well. Got the World Cup in the U.S., PSCL baseball.
Oh, just misses outside, ball one. Game one already underway for halftime of game one of the World Cup today. Got another 4-game slate. Strike three, swinging, down goes Arredondo. Nice 1-2-3 inning there from Ashton Blair. We're back after a quick top half of the third. Now we're here for the bottom half of the third. Leading off for the North Stars, number 22, Jason Martinez. And Vince, we were talking about having a nice, once you get the lead, having short, quick innings to get your offense back up, and that was a nice 1-2-3 from Blair.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally right, Ethan, especially the way that the pitcher able to recover. You get those first 2 outs easy, but then allow a pair of base runners. Came up big, though, with a chance for the opposition to start driving some in.
And Maeda starts this inning with 1 pitch, 1 out. Similar to what he did back in the first. Because that was the last 1-2-3 inning that Maeda had.
We've seen both pitchers provide some length here. Maeda, 2 2/3 inning over his first 2 appearances.
That one hit hard. Going to play it on a backhand. On to first, and quickly 2 outs. See, nice work here so far from Maeda. That's what you love. Is if Blair's going to do it on the other side, you better go out and match it.
Yep.
Brings up Cesario Scott, who's 1 for 1 with the single and 2 ribbies. And that one lifted out to left field. That one going back. Falls feet away from the wall. And that's a beautiful 1-2-3 inning from Maeda. back here, bottom of the 4th inning, where the North Stars lead 4-1 over the Blue Sox. Be leading off for the Blue Sox, Isaac Imamura, where Maeda just matched Blair's 1-2-3 innings. So we saw a quick 4th, bottom 3rd, top 4th there. Now Blair looking to repeat, but Blue Sox looking to find a way to scratch some runs.
Well, that's what's made the pitching performance so impressive here, Ethan, is that the Blue Sox, they're the best offense in the PSCL right now, hitting .427 coming in, .520 on base percentage.
That was a big act there from Imamura. He was trying to cut the lead in half with one swing.
Yeah, when you're going up against a team that leads your league in the 3 big offensive categories, average on base percentage and slugging, just the way that the North Stars have just been so comfortable and holding them to just 2 runs, mixture of great pitching, weak contact, great defense as well.
Just only 2 hits for the Blue Sox as well. Those hits came in the 1st and 2nd inning. One of those hits coming from this man right here, Isaac Imamura, 1 for 1 with a double and a ribby. Imamura up now, 3-1 count. That one misses outside, so after Blair has a quick 1-2-3 inning in the 3rd, he comes back and walks the leadoff guy.
Good to see your guy at the top of the lineup when your offense is struggling, reach base safely a second time.
Oh, maybe that's all the window or the door slightly cracked open needed for the Blue Sox. They just need to see a little light runner on base. We mentioned the aggressive base runners we see here for the PSCL. And we'll see you try a bunt there from Quintana, but this one bunted foul. Blair looking for that double play ball. This one lined out to right field. Going foul, and it will be foul. Oh, it's Saturday here. I called a game for the PSCL. It was North Stars versus the Bootleggers. In that game, there was a combined 7 double play balls.
Wow.
Which is an absolute rarity. The most in a game in the MLB combined by a team is 10. So they were only 3 away from that.
There's always kind of an asterisk on a lot of those records too, Ethan, because a lot of those are extra inning games as well. So I'd be interested to see if that was a 9-inning game in which that happened. But here in the PSCL, I mean, was that a full 7-inning game or was that stopped early?
Full 7.
I guess you should probably expect that if there's that many great defense on display.
And it was either 3 or 4 of those were with bases loaded also.
Wow.
Which is, I mean, as a pitcher, you gotta love that. That luck was going your way that day. You're going from no outs to 1 out maybe, bases juice. You're thinking, okay, let's not let like 1 score. Like that's what we're going for. As this one's lined out to left field gap, and it's going to get over the head of the left fielder, Thompson. So Imamura's going to score from first. Quintana will stop at second. That's an RBI double from Quintana to cut the lead in half.
And like we said, it only takes that one leadoff base run to jumpstart something big. You can see the left fielder was charging in, probably trying to see if he could reach that angle and make what would have been a highlight catch. Instead, just a little bit over his head. And that allows the speedy runner from first to get all the way around.
Yeah, not a good angle there from Thompson out in left field. Like you mentioned, he kind of tried to cut it straight across, but that ball had some carry on it. And by the time he found out, he had to change route there.
Well, you kind of wonder if when your pitcher is playing so well and your defense has been so spectacular, you kind of feel like you have that almost a duty to try and go make that catch and keep it going. I mean, when you're an outfielder, the least fun decision to make is the decision to let one hop in front of you and you think you have a chance to catch it. It's just the way these players are built.
But the even worse feeling after that is if it doesn't work out and that ball rolls to the wall. That one's hit out to Sun in center field, so Quintana will tag from second. So that's a productive out there from Cost. And that's almost the way you look at it. If you are now, obviously hindsight 2020, but you keep that ball in front of your Thompson, probably goes down as a single. And, but now too, Quintana, who hit that ball, doesn't end up at second as well. And maybe we're talking about first and third with one out. Either way, one comes across, but, if it was first and third, that ball now hits his center fielder Sutton. He can't tag from first base, so realistically, you should be looking score 4-2, one out, runner on first, and now you're a double play ball from getting out of it. But now we're runner at third, 90 feet away, and ball on the ground here from Justin Johnson scores another run. Now you're just chasing one.
I feel like I just got plugged into the Matrix there. Yeah, it's just amazing the ripple effect that comes in, all sports in general, but especially in baseball.
Again, hindsight is always 2020. I'm not, we never know what could have happened. Anything could have happened, but that's like the way you look at it. Realistically, the most highly chance of the outcome is what I just explained there.
Well, I think what's tricky in sports is a lot of times we judge the decision based off of the result rather than the process.
That one upstairs, Rodriguez, the catcher, trying to backpick. And he hits the runner, Quintana.
Like we saw in the NBA Finals where, De'Aaron Fox was criticized for the Spurs because he went for that layup when he could just dribble the ball out. But if Fox makes that shot, suddenly it's, wow, what a gutsy play from your veteran. It's about the process in place. And for Thompson to see that ball and want to go get it, I respect it.
Out and outside. Good job by Johnson to work a count here. Count full. Comes to 3-2. Johnson lines over to the shortstop Payne. Run will come in to score, but they'll get the out at first. North Stars now only lead by 1.
You saw the shortstop Payne take a little glance at home. I was wondering if he was going to try it. Probably the right call. It would have had to have been just a strike perfectly placed, especially when you still have the lead. It's important to just get that sure out.
Yeah, smart move there from Payne as the infield was playing deep, surrendering the run. So we'll now bring up Riding Sasaki, the catcher, who worked a walk in his first plate appearance. Back-to-back off speeds there from Blair. We'll see now with Blair if he tries to maybe climb the ladder here with the high heat.
I like your thinking.
You're already throwing the off speed twice. Maybe speed him up here. He does try that. That one not close, but not a bad pitch at all. I like that pitch there, 0-2. No need to get anywhere close. Change the eye level there, throw the heat, speed him up. Now you got different ways to work. You go right back to it, or you can slow him right back down. It's another fastball right upstairs, and Sasaki chases that time for out number 3, and we're through 4 here at Palm Springs Stadium.
Like a family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
You got top 5 on there, yeah?
Yeah, I got it.
We're back here in the last couple frames here of this ball game. It's going to be top of the 5th. North Stars lead 4-3 after the Blue Sox put up a much-needed couple runs in the bottom half of the 4th.
It was the way that they were able to adjust their style to push those across. They got an extra base hit, but for the most part, that was just getting it in play, guys getting over, taking extra bases, and yeah, it really added up and kept the pressure on the defense.
Well, here's a time here for the North Stars maybe to get one back as they have 10-1-2 due up. So Rykel Hamilton going to be leading off, serving as a leadoff type of guy. You're just looking to try to get on base here for the top half of your lineup. Still Cole Maeda on the mound for the Blue Sox. That's another one pitch. Should be one out for Maeda.
That's a big first out to get as well, because Hamilton, he's had a lot of long at-bats this season.
Especially, too, that you just mentioned that now top of the lineup's coming up.
Yep.
You like to face top of the lineup with no one on base rather than anybody. And these North Stars are coming out hacking here. It's Giovanni Liberti. So Maeda really looking to make this the 3rd straight dominant inning. He's looking to go back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. But before the 1-2-3 inning, he had just one base runner reach on a walk, but nothing else brewed from that inning. Nice looking pitch there. Misses the outside corner. Sasaki behind the plate wanted that one. Counts even, 2-2. This one to the shortstop, Balberti. It's been an active day over there at shortstop.
He's fun to watch, too. He's had a lot of quietly impressive plays on top of the highlights. I remember one in particular that off the bat, it looked like it was going left, but he adjusted himself right because he anticipated the spin on the ball. Just some really sneaky good plays out in short from a really talented player.
It's been a nice bounce back ever since he had the air, which started that whole 4-run inning for the North Stars. It's crazy just how one thing could just flip the script of an inning.
Well,
one little mistake.
It makes the defensive consistency since then so exciting. where a lot of times, I mean, whether it be baseball or anything else, when I screw up once, I kind of get into like the mindset like, oh, I don't want to do it again. Oh, this stinks. But for you to goof up and then recognize I'm still part of this team, I'm still contributing in this game, and my responsibilities don't change, and then lock it down from there. I mean, that's the mindset that's just healthy, not just in baseball, but just everyday life as well.
So my 8 up now, 0-2 on Labros. Now 1-2. That one misses. Good job by Lambros, excuse me. To battle back into this. Lambros from La Quinta High School, incoming freshman. That one misses down. So after a quick 2 outs, and Maeda just 1 out away from back-to-back 1-2-3 innings, he falls behind now. Or I should say, it's even now. Not trying to work a walk here, and it gets a piece of Lambros in on the hands or wrist area.
No, that's the pros of drawing out a long at-bat. More pitches you see, more likely one is to go your way, whether it be in the heart of the strike zone so you can dump into the outfield or one inside that gets you. Either way, he's on base.
Yeah, Maeda was trying to run that fastball in on the hand, see if he could tie up Lambros, but that one just got away a little bit. This is the right guy to bring up to the bat now for the North Stars with 2 outs is their catcher, Gavin Rodriguez. This one's skied out to the center fielder, Johnson. And he's got it for out number 3. So Maeda gets a quick 2 outs, then a hit by pitch to Lambros. Then only needs 1 pitch to retire Rodriguez. Score remains 4-3.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for.
Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Quality first. It's quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for 2 or a celebration with 200 friends, quality is our promise to you. Because quality is king. Quality is Kaiser.
Back here in the bottom half of the 5th inning at Palm Springs Stadium. North Stars taking on the Blue Sox. North Stars lead 4-3. Leading off for the Blue Sox going to be Julius Guanio, who hit by pitch in his first plate appearance.
And the big story right now, Ashton Blair still out there for the North Stars. A great bounce back appearance for him. He went 1 2/3 last time out.
So grounded over to third. Long throw, but makes a good throw over there, does Logsdon.
And Blair was charged with 6 earned runs in that first appearance. So for him to buckle down here against one of the best offenses in the PSCL, arguably the number one, just a really great outing thus far.
Brings up Grayson Hosbrook, who grounded out to shortstop. Josh Payton. So both shortstops been active. Payton for the North Stars and Balberti for the Blue Sox. A lot of ground balls, which you love to see out of your pitchers.
Yeah, that's what they're going for.
We have someone up and moving in the North Stars bullpen. No action yet for the Blue Sox that I have seen. And now for the Blue Sox, Maeda has gave you 3 innings of no-run ball.
Yep.
Ever since that 4th inning. Now, offense got 2 of them back, trying to maybe just get this lead back even.
And I think that even in that 4-run inning, I thought it was still well pitched for the most part. He got the ground balls, Maeda did. They were just placed very well. I think that no matter how if you expect him to be back for the next inning, I think this has been a really strong showing for both these pitchers.
So there's a nice put out there. Line drive right at the center fielder, Sutton. It brings up the top of the lineup for the Blue Sox. Alika Balberti, 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored.
Also walked last time up. He's been the engine. And for Blair, you're happy you could take on this guy with 2 outs already in the inning. But Balberti can be a one-man rally if he gets aboard.
Blair falls behind 3-0.
Good take.
Nice job by Blair to bounce back, trying to get back into this at-bat, because we know the last time in the bottom of the 4th when the Blue Sox scored, it all started due to the walk.
Yep.
3-1 now. Swing and a miss. Counts full. Three-two, 2 outs now. This one hit to the shortstop, Payne, and it will kick off. Payne, it will go all the way to center field. That one kicked off far, but good hustle there from the center fielder Sutton to grab that ball so Balberti cannot advance.
And that like a bad hop as well. Just a tough adjustment to try and make.
Well, all you need is one base runner. Like you mentioned, Balberti can create some action on his own. We'll see if he'll be going for the bag here. He's got Michael Salzer, who's 0 for 2 with the strikeout. I expect Balberti somewhere early to take off. Doesn't on the first pitch. As home plate umpire says, Salzer offered there. So it's 0-1. Not a big lead for Balberti over there.
No.
Oh, now with 2 strikes, let's see if that lead expands. I was always type to, I like going early in counts for base runners. Balberti stays put again. That one misses high. if you're a base runner, try to just get out of the way early, swipe that bag early so the mindset and mentality, you set your hitter up for more success. I think not only does it help yourself, the team, but also the guy batting.
Valverde's 2 stolen bases on the year.
That one misses high again. And there goes Valverde. But a swing and a miss from Salser. He was fooled by that breaking ball. North Stars still lead 4-3 after this break. Back in the top half of the 6th inning. So we will have a new pitcher on the mound for the Blue Sox. That will be the end of the day for Cole Maeda. And bringing on now is number 5, Drew Ashimine. As Logsdon rips this one down the right field line. Nice job by the right fielder to cut it off. But Logsdon will be up with a stand-up double.
I think it might be pronounced Ashimena.
Brings up now Cash Sun with the runner in scoring position. Trying to tack on some runs for insurance runs as we're in the last 2 frames of this ball game.
And a great outing for Cole Maeda, giving his team some distance. We thought we might see him here in the 6th. But, of course, these coaches also just trying to get all their pitchers involved, get them all experience. That's why I love the 10-man lineup so much. That's the goal here. Get some at-bats. Get some batters faced. Timeout called.
There's a little dispute there between the umpires and the hitter's son. Not sure what was said. Now his son fouls it off his foot or his ankle.
Drew Ashimena, 1 1/3 innings pitched on the season. Did allow just 1 run.
We'll get time again. Ashimena coming in a big spire in relief. Started it off with a clean inning as he took a lot off of that pitch to have Sutton way out front.
And I think there were some mind games throughout that at bat. Good for Ashimena with a runner in scoring position with nobody out, getting that big strikeout.
Brings up the shortstop Josh Payton.
Don't be surprised if we see a bunt here.
With 1 out, it's less likely.
Yeah.
If anything, should have happened.
Oh, yeah, my mistake.
With Sutton there, but they decided to let him swing away. I'm all for the small ball type of game. But now, oftentimes when we do see that 1 out bunt, it's more going for a base hit instead of moving the runner over.
Well, he just opened up the booth window a little bit more, and I can see the full mountain landscape. You ever, like, take the tram up top to the mountains?
No, I've never, no. Not since I've been here, no. Oh. It's probably a beautiful view,
I'm doing it, yeah. That is my mission. Ooh, got him.
And that one, yep, hit Payne on the arm there. There was a base open there at first, so it's still in play for the double play ball.
Steven, did you say it's 35 degrees colder at the top? You've done it before?
Once.
Worth it? Yeah? Okay, I'm going to do it.
Like $30.
Brings up Martinez, who picked up his first hit of the season back in that second inning, had a single RBI and came across the score.
And you just can't take the view for granted here. I mean, I'm someone from Wisconsin, so when I got off the plane, I thought there were clouds at first.
Big loopy breaking ball lands in there for a strike. Long pause there from Ashimena, and this one gonna land in front of the center fielder Johnson. The windmill will be on. Here comes the throw to the plate. It gets cut off. North Stars now lead 5-3.
And that's a big-time insurance run to get. You've got that 1-run lead, but you know that when you're taking on one of the best offenses in the PSCL, you got to get as much as you can. Great job by the North Star. Get one across. And station to station. Runner still at first and second. 1 out.
Martinez coming here at no hits. Picks up his first 2 hits, and both of them with runs batted in.
Yep. And that's kind of the beauty of such a short season. You have a small sample size. You know, a lot of these numbers that we're looking at here, you know, you've got some really high numbers, some on the lower side. You expect all that to even out, but when you have a shorter season, you can leave a really fun statistical footprint. And it doesn't take much to change it all around.
It's Thompson now behind 0-2. He was another one of those guys who had an RBI back in the second. It's the first time North Stars are in the run department since that inning. That one going to go down as a wild pitch. That went behind the hitter Thompson. So now both runners will move up.
Speed it as well at second. Anything in the outfield, and suddenly this game's broken wide open.
It looks like the Blue Sox infield now will play up to try to cut off the run as they're trailing 2. Thompson just got a piece of that one off the end of the bat. Count even now 2-2.
Infield way in right now.
That one going to be skied out to the left fielder. It's in shallow left, so there will be no tag from Payne as he bluffs. It's one of the best outcomes you could get if you're Ashmina.
Yeah, the best. I mean, the infield was way in. That indicated that they were going to head home. You don't want this lead to balloon past 2. And a short fly, probably the right call to keep the runner at third.
Big out there, and he still has one more to go. It's Cesario Scott, who has a pair of ribbies in this game. First pitch strike. Ooh, a little change-up action there from Ashmina. This one just fouled off. He's going to get out of play. Good chase there from the third baseman, Salzer. This one looks like it's going to stay in play. And it will, and it's caught. But not before North Stars plate one across for a big insurance run. They lead 5-3. Welcome back here to Palm Springs Stadium of week number 2 of the PSCL. I'm Ethan Alvarez, joined by Vince Hesprick. North Stars leading here 5-3, looking for their third consecutive win. It's Arredondo leading off for the Blue Sox, and still out there on the mound for the North Stars is Ashton Blair. Arredondo now down 1-2.
This has been such a fun outing for Ashton Blair. He faced 17 in an inning and 2/3 his first start against the Lumberjacks. And here he is, pitching into the 6th.
That one's fouled off.
From Midway University in Kentucky. Private Christian University, 2,000 students.
Again, North Stars have someone up and moving their bullpen whenever they decide to pull the trigger on Blair. We'll see how long his leash is. If it's guy gets on base, you're done, or maybe a little bit of a jam, they pull him. This one out to right field. This one going way out of play now. Wow, that ball was hooking foul.
Yeah.
I wouldn't look for a second. That was for sure staying in play, and it just kept carrying out of play. Those are the ones as a hitter where your heart drops. You pop up, you're like, please go foul, please go foul. And then finally when you see it reaches, you're like, okay, sigh of relief. Get another chance. Especially now as Arredondo strikes out swinging for the second time today.
And I think that might have been what the coach for the North Stars wanted to see from his pitcher, because you wonder how much distance Blair was going to get. I think you want to make sure going into an inning that he still has that same stuff that got him to the 6th. So Blair can get through this inning. I think it'd be almost a disservice not to see if he can try and get the full 7.
Blair up now to 6 Ks, but now he's facing the toughest out so far for him today, Isaac Imamura.
Yep.
1 for 1 with an RBI double and a walk, as that's one's first pitch sky to the center fielder Sutton. And that's what you like to see from Blair, too. A guy who's been giving you trouble all game day, and you get him out with 1 pitch.
Pitch count's got to be in decent shape as well. Some short at-bats, got a lot of ground balls.
Brings up Damian Quintana, who had the RBI double in his last at-bat. Looked like a check swing there from Quintana. Didn't want to, but he did. Fouled off. So really, these have been the toughest outs. It's Imamura and Quintana, and then the next guy after that would be the leadoff guy, Balberti.
Well, it seems like Blair is saving his best here for the 6th. A lot of zip on that heat, even though that last pitch was off speed.
Fastball absolutely dotted at the knees. You're talking about the velocity, but the location he's dotting at right now is even more impressive.
And I think that's what he struggled with in his first outing, allowing 8 hits and getting 4 outs. Sometimes the goal is just to get those strikes across, but man, when you can place it, you can do some special things.
That one changes the eye level of Quintana. So we've seen Blair already in this game get the strikeout by doubling up on the high heat. We'll see if he does it again. Oh, that fastball drilled Quintana right in the backside there. Might have got his hand guard there that he had in his back pocket.
I hope so, because right as you were talking about the velocity, we saw it uncorked, full rip.
They were trying to dig inside. You saw the Rodriguez, the catcher, placing up way inside. Wanted to get that fastball in on the hands, but just ran inside. Bring up Kingston Koss, who's 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts.
Good for Quintana, too. He wore that.
This one, another one hit out to the center fielder, Sutton, drifting back. But he's got it for out number 3. So we've seen a strong 6 innings of work here from Blair to keep the lead for his team. 5-3 heading to the last frame. We're back here in the last inning of play between the North Stars and the Blue Sox. North Stars lead 5-3. Leading off for the North Stars is their number 10 hitter, Ryko Hamilton. Ryko 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 10-1-2 due up for the North Stars. See if they can maybe scratch one more insurance run.
We got a pretty interesting pitching change here, don't we, Ethan?
Raiden Sasaki now on the mound for the Blue Sox, who was the Blue Sox starting catcher.
Yeah. Hasn't pitched yet on the season. Freshman at St. Mary's University. Listed at catcher and first base. And I'll tell you what, if Sasaki can deliver a shutdown inning here, he could be in line for a W.
And he gets Hamilton swinging, so that's a good start here for Sasaki.
But wasn't that Sasaki we saw in the first inning gun down a runner?
We did.
So we know he's got the velocity. Just trying to give his offense a chance in the bottom of the 7th.
Brings up the leadoff man, Liberty. Liberty 1 for 2 with a single. Looking to see if he can maybe get something going here in the top half of the 7th.
And again, Liberty's been the best hitter for the North Stars. They got 1 run of insurance in the top of 6. That's why it's 5-3.
After the strikeout of Hamilton, Sasaki falls behind Liberty 3-0.
Well, Sasaki's found himself going well inside against the first 2 at-bats. This seems like a very automatic take situation.
And it will be, and it'll be a walk on 4 pitches. Brings up, looks like maybe a pinch hitter here for the North Stars. Don't have a number on it yet. There's 5 straight balls now from Sasaki. They get 6. So North Stars now staying patient. They're going to let Sasaki come to him. It's Giovanni Pieri, the pinch hitter.
Pieri's hitting 400 on the year. And a pretty big sample size as well. So here's, we got ourselves a pitcher's meeting. Pieri, 19 plate appearances, 15 at-bats, has 6 hits, 526 on base percentage.
We're going to see a pitching change here, so we'll be right back after this break. back after the pitching change for the Blue Sox. It's number 11, Isaac Imamura, replacing Raiden Sasaki. Sasaki got the first out of this inning, then walked Liberty. And they pulled him with a 2-0 count now on the pinch hitter, Pieri.
And this is Imamura's first pitching appearance in the PSEL.
Here's a first pitch strike from Imamura. So now it's a 3-1 count on Pieri. A little strange mid-at-bat pitching change there.
Yeah, you hope that nothing caused that outside just desire to bring in a better guy.
That one hit hard out to the center fielder, Johnson, but right at him. But good barrel there from the pinch hitter.
That was really fun to watch Sasaki, though, work. He was throwing some heat, got himself a strikeout, but a 4-pitch walk, then 2 more to start. But that really is something fun to build on. Hopefully I get to see him again here.
So nice job by Imamura to come in on a 2-ball count.
Yeah.
And come back and get the out. That's pretty impressive there.
Well, we know how much of baseball is just, keeping a consistent mental mindset. I mean, that's just an unfamiliar situation for a pitcher to arrive into.
Now he falls behind 2-0 to the North Stars catcher, Rodriguez. Rodriguez way out in front of that one as he pulls it down the line.
And now Imamura, if he can, if the Blue Sox can ultimately push a few across and come away with a win in the bottom of the 7th, Imamura, not only his debut, could also be his first win as well.
Breaking ball, misses, tries that front door, doesn't get it. And Rodriguez rolls this one over. They'll go the easy way. Nice play there from the third baseman, Salser, as it would have been a tough throw if he decided to go to first. But that's out number 3. Score remains 5-3. We'll see here if the Blue Sox can walk it off. we're here in the bottom half of the 7th inning where the Blue Sox trail by 2, looking to walk it off, or at least tie the game to extend it to extras.
We got a pitching change here, Ethan. Ashton Blair, a great outing for the North Stars. He went 6 innings, but the 7th is going to belong to Daniel Vendel, and you can understand why. 2 appearances so far. He has not allowed a hit. Just a pair of walks is all over 3 innings.
And Ashton Blair due for the win if Vendel can indeed save it.
And you got to think Blair would prefer to pitch in the 7th, but again, it's a matter of trying to get all your pitchers experience, and plus, Vendel's looking like one of the better hitters or pitchers in the league right now.
Leading off, the major starter rally here for the Blue Sox is Justice Johnson. He's 0 for 2. One missed there. That looked like some slider action on that pitch.
Justice Johnson coming in. 3 for 10. 2 walks, hit by pitch. Good for 385 on base percentage.
That's all you need. When you try to spark these rallies, it just feels like the leadoff guy is the most important guy. All you need is one run on, or either just find any way on base is always the mentality.
Daniel Vendel, freshman from Westcliff University.
Here's strike 1 from Vendel.
Westcliff U, that is in Irvine, California.
A loss here for the Blue Sox would put them 1 game under 500. Back-to-back fastballs from Vendel as Johnson was way behind that one. And a win here for the North Stars would put them 2 games over 500, seeking a 4-2 win-loss record.
And that adds even more excitement to this league. You've got a long season, it's a marathon, but here there's no games to waste.
2-2 now. Front door just misses there.
That was closer than I thought it was going to be. That had some zip back inside.
Johnson shaking his head right away. Count now full. Here comes the 3-2. Ball upstairs. Johnson works the walk. And now maybe all the Blue Sox needed to get a rally going.
And the Blue Sox, they only have 3 hits in this game. They all came in the early innings. Which is get guys aboard. Wonder if we could see a pinch runner. Although Justice Johnson, he has 3 stolen bases already on the year.
Strike 1 there. Much needed. It's Skylar Stock pitch hitting for Sasaki. His first at-bat of the day. It's quickly down 0-2.
In Stock, another weapon off the bench. Small sample size, but he's been one of the Blue Sox best. Hitting 405 at-bats. 667 on base percentage.
It's tough here, coming cold from the bench in a crucial situation is Stock.
Don't know if I'd call him cold.
Strike 3 on the outside corner. Stock goes down in 3 pitches.
And what a response by Daniel Vendel. Didn't get the call he wanted the last at-bat. Bounces back and just pumps in strikes to get the K.
He's up Julius Guanillo. 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch and a ground out.
Another guy with a 500 on base percentage.
Johnson over there at first, the runner. Johnson probably not thinking about taking off because you're not the tying or winning run and you don't want to create it out on the base pass here.
If we were to see somebody reach, there is a chance we'd see a double steal, I think. But yeah, you're dead
Here,
on,
yeah.
Ethan. Yep.
Here, you like him to stay put. No need to risk that. Heat upstairs, 1-1 now. Well, we've seen no double play balls in this game, so what a time now there could be one. Vendel, you're hoping for it. Blue Sox, it'd be a killer. Rodriguez trying to back pick at first. Johnson slides around the bag there.
Not a bad idea. That was a close throw.
Seeing Rodriguez, a guy, he's not scared to back pick at all. He's at least due for at least 2 back picks a game.
That shows a confident arm.
Still 1-1 on Guanillo. Had him fooled there. Check swing. Yes, he did. One, two, one on, one out. And Johnson will take off for second. That ball misses high upstairs, and Johnson has a stolen base.
Wow, very surprising steal, to say the least. We were just talking about how that probably wouldn't be expected. But that's going to trigger a little mound meeting here. Well, I'm not sure if you saw the clip the other day. Juan Soto for the Mets was looking in to see the grip of the pitcher and trying to relay some pitches.
Oh, we've seen that a lot so far this season at the major league level. Pitcher's not a fan of that. But now it's more not they're looking at the grip, but it's not necessarily sign stealing anymore because it's all the pitches coming in from the pitch comm.
Yep.
No more numbers being thrown down, but so it's more of a grip or location, what you're trying to tell the hitter.
And that's stolen base number 4 for Justice Johnson on the season.
So 2-2 now on Guanillo. Foul off. Good at bat here from Guanillo. Blue Sox have been on the other end of this before. They got walked off against the Coyotes back on June 12th. That one way outside. Good block there from Rodriguez that didn't allow Johnson to advance. But now first and second with one out.
And all of a sudden you got your winning run in the batter's box. What a moment for Grayson Hasbrook.
There's strike one. Hasbrook going to be a tough double play candidate. Awkward swing there. Back pick. Cesario Scott not even covering the bag over there. 0-2 now. Runners at first and second. Johnson going to take off. We're going to see a double steal here. And it will be executed perfectly as that one landed in for a ball. So it's Johnson's second stolen bag of the inning and the game. Guanillo has a stolen bag as well. But now 1-2 on Housebrook. And strike 3 got him swinging with the high heat upstairs. Housebrook frustrated. Got the right guy up to the plate, though. Your leadoff guy, Aliko Balberti, 1 for 3 with a double, with the tying run at second.
And that was a leadoff double, too. He got the first run of this game. One of the biggest spots of the young season for one of the best hitters in the league.
Vendel trying to strand both runners to get the save and get his starting pitcher Blair the win. I went inside, ball 1. And both outs coming in this inning via the K.
And first base is open, but Balberti has some monster speed as well.
Yep, don't want to put that winning run on base due to a free pass. Now one inside, ball 2. So now, Balberti, you're up 2-0. Hitters count. You're looking for a pitch right at a location that you like to get a good swing off. It's got to be one location. Anything else, if it's absolutely dotted, just leave it. That one upstairs. Rodriguez tries to back pick, and again, third baseman not even covering the bag.
Yeah, Rodriguez has gone both ways. I think that's his third pick attempt in this inning.
Rodriguez loves spamming that back pick, and now it's 3-0 to Balberti. Like you mentioned, though, there is open base, so not much damage, but then, like I mentioned, the con of that is putting the winning run on the bag, who has some speed as well, and that's a 4-pitch walk.
You think they pitched around him?
I don't think so at all. Like I mentioned, you don't ever want to put the winning run on base.
Yep.
I don't think so at all. I don't think that was planned, especially with a guy like Vendel who attacks his zone, loves to go for the strikeout. Just having a little bit of command issues right now. But it is bringing to the plate Michael Salzer, who's 0 for 3 with 2 Ks and a fly out to right field. So it is a more favorable matchup for Vendel, and Balberti was the lefty. Salzer coming in from the right side.
And coming into this game, Salzer was 7 for 10. Had a 700 batting average. I mean, that's just a guy you want, someone you can get contact. Only 3 hits in the game for the Blue Sox.
3 hits on 3 runs.
Yeah, sure, you'd love the base hit to tie it up, but really, I mean, if you've got a pitcher who's having trouble with the strike zone, I mean, I would expect a lot of takes here until Daniel Vendel can find the strike zone.
We'll see here. Base is full. 2 outs. First pitch, line foul.
And you got to remember, Vendel still has not allowed a hit the entire season. He's gone 3 innings. But anything over the plate, and this could be game over.
If it's gapped, you could see an aggressive send to bring Balberti home, who's the winning run at first. Ball 1. You have Johnson, the base runner, at third. Guanillo at second. Balberti at first. Salzer up to the plate, looking for his first hit of the ball game. That one yanked way outside, and Johnson going to come in to score, and both runners will advance. So the tying run just 90 feet away.
And does that change the situation or what? Now that base hit that we talked about, that's winning you this game. Doesn't have to be off the wall, just in the outfield, and that will do it.
And we mentioned a speedy Valverde over there at second. Nobody covering him on, so he has a huge lead. Going to have a huge secondary. Windmill's 100% on if this ball reaches anywhere near the outfield. As Salzer maybe chased there at a fastball upstairs.
At the same time, the Blue Sox now down to their final strike.
Got 2 on, 2 out. Tying run 90 feet away. Here comes the payoff pitch. Upstairs, count full. Vendel has already walked 3 in this inning. Like you mentioned, still hasn't given up a hit.
Just need one more pitch in the zone.
Long pause here from Vendel. Here comes the 3-2. Off speed, misses outside for ball 4. So now with the bases full again, there's nowhere to put him. It's the 4th walk in the inning for Vendel. Back to back.
Well, when you sign up for the PSCL, these are the situations that you're going to find yourself in. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 1-run game. We'll see if Samuel Arredondo can cash in for the Blue Sox.
Arredondo 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Similar to Salzer, who just worked the walk. First pitch heater in there. See the outfield. Right fielder kind of playing shallow. Left fielder playing deep.
You're right.
Out there. That's going to be a tough try to gun out the runner at home. If the ball's hit that way. There's a slider in there for strike 2. Caught the outside corner.
Similar spot for Vendel. One more pitch and it's game over. You can obviously go out of the zone, but you don't want to get too far out because a pass ball also ties this game.
I like the heater upstairs right now. Vendel is coming with some heat. He's already got some chases. I like climbing the ladder here. And he goes with the off speed. This one lined out to the center fielder, drifting back, and he's got it. Vendel gets the save, gets out of the bases loaded jam in the 7th. Blue Sox just fall short 1 run as the final score. North Stars win 5-4. And Vince, what a performance from the starting pitcher, Ashton Blair, for the North Stars.
Absolutely. He'd be my MVP pick in this one. He got the win, and he deserved it, going 6 innings and holding the best offense in the PSCL to just 3 runs when he departed. But you got to give a lot of credit as well to Vendel. He comes in the save situation, was kind of up and down, but it's not how, it's how many. And this is 1 win for the North Stars, who moved to 4-2 on the year. Blue Sox dropped to 2-3.
Yep, we saw an exciting one here in game 1. You could say game 2 of today's slate, as the first game started about 30 minutes before this one on the turf field behind us. But this was game 1 of the doubleheader that's here at Palm Springs Stadium. Up next, about 30 minutes, it will be the Lumberjacks taking on the Haymakers. For Vince Hebrick and for Ethan Oliveras, we appreciate you guys joining us here today. Have a good rest of your day. We'll be back in about 30 minutes.